Welcome to the recap of Woman of the Dead Season 1. Bloom, an undertaker in a small Austrian town, lives a quiet life with her husband Mark, a police officer, and their two children. One morning, Mark leaves for work on his bike only to be run over in a hit and run. The police show little interest in the case, treating it as an accident and prioritizing returning his belongings over investigating. Frustrated and suspicious, Bloom begins her own search for the truth. While using Mark's repaired bike, she finds a hidden phone with multiple missed calls from a contact named D. Reading the text, she learns Mark was helping a woman escape. Realizing Mark's death was no accident, Bloom is determined to uncover the truth. Bloom learns the horrifying truth about Dunya's past. After being lured in by a man with a car, Dunya and other young women were drugged and abused by masked men. She barely escaped and ended up in Bloom's town. Meanwhile, Bloom's daughter Nela struggles with her father's sudden death, fighting with a classmate and questioning a priest about God's existence. During the session, she describes the horrific abuse Dunya endured, watching his reaction closely. Realizing that she knows his secret, Edwin snaps and attacks her, but Bloom fights back, tasering him into submission. Bloom hides Edwin's dead body in her house before disposing it. She later returns to his studio but hides when Johanna arrives, panicked over her son's sudden disappearance. Determined to track down the rest of Dunya's abusers, Bloom begins her calculated hunt. Once Bertie leaves, Bloom confronts Herbert in the confession booth, accusing him of his crimes against Dunya and the other girls. When he refuses to confess, she tasers him and burns him alive, rejecting the idea of a mere confession can erase evil. Bloom's past trauma resurfaces as we see glimpses of her harsh childhood, where she was forced to assist in her parents' work at the funeral home. Her victory is short-lived when she learns Dunya has been killed. Overcome with guilt, she blames herself for failing to protect the woman Mark had tried so hard to save. Bloom, forced on her revenge, meets Bertie Pooch at his bar and probes him about his role in Mark's murder. But before she can get the answers she needs, he viciously attacks her, leaving her badly injured before losing consciousness himself. Bloom's descent into vengeance reaches a new level when Razor arrives just in time to rescue her after Mr. Pooch's brutal attack. On her way back, Bloom spots the grey car that Dunya believed was spying on her. She follows the driver, confronting him, but before she can act further, she receives a text warning that one of the abusers is leaving town. Bloom wakes up in a hospital where she quickly realizes that one of the doctors is working for the Schonborns. He attempts to drug her and confesses to being involved in the abuse ring, though he denies responsibility for Mark's murder. Fighting back, Bloom overpowers and kills him. The next day, the man from the grey car approaches her. However, perhaps out of guilt, he hands over damning evidence, a video showing masked men abusing young girls just as Dunya had described. At the same time, Razor examines the assault video and makes a terrifying discovery. There are one more masked individual involved in the abuse ring, someone they hadn't identified before. He calls Bloom to warn her, but she is distracted. Bloom is having dinner with Massimo, who presses her about recent murders. He wants the truth from her, hinting that he could help her avoid getting caught. However, she remains evasive, unwilling to trust him fully. But just as things escalate, Bloom hesitates. Perhaps out of guilt or because of Massimo's still existing marriage, she pulls away conflicted. Thank you for watching the recap. Please hit the like and subscribe to our channel as that motivates us to bring more recaps for you.